Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 6 for the event Marriage Prospects. This is another interesting case wherein you will find some important rules, whatever we discussed in the theory also will be applicable here. We are going to study a female chart who got married. For that chart, we'll be studying the destiny prospects, the promise of the marriage, and the timing of event also. And as I said, there will be some important and interesting points you can find in this. Let us see what they are. Example 6, timing of marriage. In this example, we will be finding some important points. What are the number one is very important. 2 or 7 or 11 significator as per fourfold significator dictated in KP did not conduct marriage. Normally, for the event to happen for the marriage, the Dasa Bhukthi Antra will be the significator of 2 or 7 or 11 as per the fourfold significator in KP. But in this chart, if you see, we will be studying many charts like this, but especially in this chart, you can see that the Bhukthi Lord especially, it will not be significator of 2 or 7 or 11, but it conducted the marriage. But the other Bhukthi, which is not significator of this one, will conduct the marriage. Because in the fourfold significator, we are taking only Kaspar Lordship and occupying house. As I said in the introductory or in the introduction chapter itself, just Kaspar Lordship and occupying house alone, if you take it, then it will not be a complete significator. So that you can find in this chart. And the second and third and fourth points, they're all common points which we will find in all the cases. But what are the role of key planets of the destiny planet in the Dasa Lord, and role of key planets of the Dasa Lord in the Bhukthi Lord, and the Bhukthi Lord's key planet in the Antra Lord, that is Pilt connection, and the impact of the ruler's link. These are going to be commonly present in all the cases, but still I am noting it down so that you will understand the importance and you can also carefully study, and which will be useful for your practice. Now let us study the chart. This is the birth chart of that female who got married. Now we are going to study her destiny as per EPS and also the timing of event as per our EPS standard and rules and principles. Now, what are the first step? We have to do the basic preliminary study. So for that, we will be checking the birth chart. Let me open the North Indian chart. Now, which is the Lagna? Lagna is Aries Lagna. Seventh cusp is falling in the Libra. Seventh Lord is Venus. Venus is posted in which house it is posted? Venus is posted in the 11th house in Aquarius. Seventh Lord posted in the 11th house, but conjoined with the third Lord and sixth Lord, Mercury. Third Lord is fine, but sixth Lord is weak. But you can see Mercury in the sign of Saturn, Saturn in the sign of Mercury. So Mercury sign exchange with the Saturn, so that Saturn's influence will be more on Venus. That we have to keep it in mind. So seventh Lord is under the influence of 6 and also 10 and 11. We have to keep it in mind. But any other planet is influencing the seventh Lord Venus. Moon is aspecting to Venus. Moon is fourth Lord, but from the fifth house it is aspecting. That is fine. And any other planet, it is influencing that. Now, as of now, seventh Lord is posted in a good place, 11th house. It is also second Lord Venus, but conjoined with the sixth Lord, it is weak. But that is also third Lord, that is good. And Venus is conjoined with Mercury. That Mercury or the Rasi Lord Saturn is sign exchange with the Mercury. So Saturn's influence 11th house and 10th house and also 6th house will be more on the Venus also. That way, Venus is connected to 6th house and also 10th house and also favorable, third house and 11th house. And aspected by Moon is fourth lord from the fifth house. So it is all it is connected to the second house, seventh house, 11th house, and third house, and fifth house on the favorable side. On the unfavorable side, fourth house, sixth house, and 10th house. So there is no strong unfavorable influence. So that way it is good only. It is not bad. Basically, that seventh lord is not strongly afflicted. We can say that. I think you are able to understand. Now we are going to do the next step. The first step we are going to do that selection of the event. Let me take you to the EPS event page, and there we can whenever we cast a chart. Normally, it will in general by default that chart will be generated for the event general prosperity. So now once according to the event we are going to discuss, we have to select from the event selection list. So now we are selecting the event first marriage, natal. Once the event is selected, now we are going to study the self-significator. And we can give the respective colors also. As I normally said, that identifying the strength of individual planet self-signification is important. That is what I'm trying. Each and every case, I'm spending time in making you understand, and also by way of the coloring, we can. It will help us to find the significators strength by way of color also to some extent. So now we know that the favorable and unfavorable ABC houses that you are aware, for the marriage and all, 2, 7, 11, and all the favorable houses, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, all are favorable, but remaining are coming under unfavorable, and 6 is going to be worst, D3, because that is the villain, and 8 and 12 houses will be coming under the D2 obstacle crossing houses, and 4 and 10 houses are going to be less unfavorable. But only grouping is going to make it either favorable or unfavorable stronger. That you have to keep it in mind. Now let us check the that Lagna Lord. Start with the Lagna Lord. The Mars is Lagna Lord, also 8th Lord, occupying 12th house. Lagna Lord is good, but 8th Lord occupying 12th house, it is talking about some obstacles Lagna is going to face. 8 and 12. 8 will be supported by the 12. But that is not stopping. It is 11th star Lord and 2nd sublord. So Lagna having 11 and 2 sublord, it is good. But because of the 8 and 12, it is indicating obstacles. So such significations were both favorable, good houses, because 1, 11, and 2, it is present, but 8 and 12, it is present means, then it is giving obstacles. So what we can do, if 8 and 12 is not there, we can give green color, but 8 and 12 is there, but it is not forming the 6th house, or it is having some good grouping of 1, 11, and 2. So we can give Mars as blue color. If you wish, you can give pink also. But if you give any other planet as pink color, how will you differentiate? For that, according to your convenience, you can give it. Lagna Lord, I have given blue because of 1, 11, and 2. If 8 and 12 is not there, I would have given green color. Okay. Then 7th Lord. 2nd Lord, 7th Lord occupying 11, 5th cuspal sublord. Is very good significator. Venus. Venus, we are going to give dark green. And 5th Lord. 5th Lord occupying 11th house, but 11, 6, 10. So this is not much stronger. But 5 and 11, 5th Lord occupying 11th house, close to 12, and 6 and 10 star Lord, it is indicating some weakness. So definitely Sun can be given. Like Mars, we can give blue. Moon. 4th Lord occupying 5th house. but second cuspal star lord and eighth cuspal sublord. Second planet is Rahu, fourth occupant, 3, 7, and 3. This is good. But fourth lord, 4 is not completely unfavorable, but eighth sublord. So weakness is present, but not 8 and 12 grouping and all. But 5 and 2 is good, supported by 3, 7, 3. So it is also mixed, but unfavorable is not on the higher side. Because of the eighth sublord, we cannot take it as unfavorable strongly also. But 5, 2, 3, 7, 3, what we can do, moon, we can give blue color. Blue color in the sense, some unfavorable houses along with that good favorable grouping. So 5 and 2 is good, and also represented by Rahu, that to a free planet, second planet. So its influence will be strongly there on moon. Then comes Rahu. Rahu, fourth occupant, but 3, 7, 3 cuspal sublord, supported by the moon. 4 and 8 is some weakness that we already discussed, but this is very good. So Rahu we can give light green, not the dark green, because of this unfavorable in the second planet, 8th sublord. Then Jupiter. Jupiter is 9th lord, 12th lord occupying 6th house, but 9th sublord. 12th lord occupying 6th house is weak, but 9th lord also, no? The 9th lord and 9th sublord. So what we can do, because of the 12 and 6, we cannot give a blue color, but we can give Jupiter, we can give the pink. It is mixed one. And Saturn, 10th lord, 11th lord occupying 6th house, but 4, 8, 12 star lord. This grouping is not good. But 1, 7 cuspal sublord and 4 and 10 cuspal sublord. It means 11, 1 and 7. It is good on the favorable side, but unfavorable also present. And Ketu representing Saturn having got very good significations. So favorable strength is also more. In self also, it is the 7th cuspal sublord. It is the primary cuspal sublord of the marriage, and also Lagna sublord and 11th lord. If 11th lord is not there, then it will be more unfavorable. But being the 11th lord and also 1 and 7 cuspal sublord, and 1, 5, 9 and 11 cuspal sublord by Ketu, it is getting some secondary impact. And so it is unfavorable strength is also present. But because of the unfavorable, it is a mixed significator. So Saturn, we can give it as pink shade, mixed. Mercury, third lord, sixth lord occupying 11th house. You see, third lord occupying 11th house is good. But sixth lord occupying 11th, it is not detrimental, but sixth lord and sublord for the 6 and 12. This is weak. So 6, 3 and 11 is good only, but 6 and 12 cuspal sublord itself. So weakness is more here. So what we can make it, even 3 and 11 is good only, but still 6, 6 and 12, since it is present, we can make Mercury as the light red. I think you are able to understand. Then Ketu, we are left. Occupant of the 10, but 1, 5, 9 and 11th cuspal sublord. This is good. And Saturn is second planet, is primary cuspal sublord planet, which already given the pinkish shade. So this is having weakness, but this is good for Ketu. What we can do, Ketu, we can give blue, because it is having some favorable grouping along with some unfavorable also. I think you are able to understand this. You need, some practice on each and every example that will give more clarity on identifying the self-signification strength and also selecting the key planets. That will give more confidence also. That will be useful in level-wise study also. I hope you are able to understand. Now we are going to study the next step, destiny. Destiny, we have to check 7th lord and 7th sublord. Let us check. Just a minute. Let me close this one. Seventh lord. Yeah, I think this is enough. But last planet Saturn is little hidden. I think I can little more adjust. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's enough. Now we are going to study the destiny. So destiny, we have to check 7th lord. As normally I used to say, always when you study the EPS table, mini EPS table, when we are studying the EPS table, what we will do, step 1, 2, 3. That is, step 1 is source, step 2 is star lord and star lord of the star lord, step 3 is sublord and star lord of the sublord, and within each step we will have the combined study also. Then step 4 is level-wise combined study. From level 1 to the level 5, we are going to do the combined study, what the impact. So it is talking about the self-signification of all the rulers. Then step 5 is the one which is talking about the support planets and the rulers link. Then step 6 is, along with the support planets and ruler links, we have to find all the levels. That is the method of analysis, analyzing a planet that we already studied in the chapter 2. Now, while we are studying the small table, we will not be able to see the support planets and also rulers links. Either you can open that EPS table by double click on this each table, and we can see the complete table where the support planets also present, or you can do that way also, that is good. Or you can keep open that natal chart here or somewhere else. You can see self-significators are here. You can see, suppose Mars, we are checking Mars where it is posted. Mars is in the sign of Jupiter and aspect by Jupiter, and conjoined with Saturn, aspected by Saturn. Sorry, conjoined with Sun and aspected by Jupiter and Saturn. So we can check what Sun is signifying, what Mars is signifying. With the colors also, it will be useful. That way you can do it. Or I can double click that EPS table of the small table Mars. You can check all planets here. So wherein we can find conjunction aspected by aspecting Rasi Lord 4 and second planets also. There will be many planets. With the help of the key planet shades, what we are having, we have given, it will help us to find the favorable or unfavorable strong key planets in the rulers and in the supports, and also in the rulers. If they are present, it is going to form the rulers link. Either way you can do it. Okay, just I wanted to revise, so I have revised one. And now let us check the 7th lord. What is the 7th lord? 7th lord is Venus. 2nd lord, 7th lord also occupying 11th house. So this is a good green planet. And star lord is Jupiter, is a mixed planet. It is not Mercury, it is not red one, mixed only, is one level mixed. But 12 and 6 is there, and 9. Okay, this is mixed one, it is okay. But 12 level planet is moon, is our blue. It is good only, but 8 sublord. Second planet, Rahu, is good. Sublord is sun is good, but along with this weakness. This has got some weakness. This has got some weakness. And Saturn, star lord of the sublord, is mixed one along with this weakness. So the 7th lord is having favorable. Step 1 is good. Step 2 is having some weakness with the favorable. 2A level is supportive to the favorable and also supportive to the unfavorable. And sub-level, 3rd level planet and star lord of the sublord also having favorable and also unfavorable. All are mixed. This mixed is going to be further supported by the star lord of the sublord. Now, when you study the level-wise combined study, planet and star lord, if you study, this is having some weakness, right? 2, 7, 11 in the star of 9, 12, and 6. So 7 and 11 are going to experience this weakness at the star level and also sub-level. It indicates what? 7th lord planet is good on its own. Star level, sub-level planet are having the favorable grouping. 2, 7, 11, 5, 9 and 9 sub-lord, and 5 and 2 at the 2A level, and 3, 7, 3 in the second planet. Sub-lord also 5 and 11. So they are all supporting to the 9 and 9. And 12 and 6 are also supported by 12, 6 and 10. So favorable also supported, unfavorable also supported. And last level planet is having mixed one. Indicates marriage that 7th lord is supportive at all levels, but at the star level and sub level, other levels, that strength is getting reduced also. That I think you are able to understand. Now we have to check the 7th sublord. 7th sublord is what? 7th sublord is Saturn mixed planet, right? Second planet is Ketu is good. And star-lord planet is Moon, our blue color planet, because it is having favorable and some weakness. But second planet of the Moon is Rahu, is green planet. 2L planet is Ketu is also blue, but second planet of the Ketu is mixed one. But interestingly, it is 7 sublord, Saturn itself. Rahu sublord is a green planet. So it indicates clearly that source planet is mixed, star-lord planet, and supported by the 2A level planet, and further more supported by the Rahu sublord, and further supported, favorable or supported by the 11-1-7 cuspal sublord, and second planet Ketu also supportive. But of course, these unfavorable significations are giving some obstacles to the Rahu. It means destiny is supportive for marriage, because star level and sub level, all planets are having blue and green key planets, and role of the cuspal sublord 7th house also present here. So when looking at the colors, key planets colors, and also the houses in self signification itself, we are able to see that this is favorable for the marriage. How far the influence is going to be, all these things, to know that we can open the EPS table and check which are the planets in the supports and how far they are going to influence, that is going to add favorable or unfavorable strength. But for the destiny, this is enough. It is favorable for the marriage, and marital life is going to face some obstacles because star-lord is having, the planet itself is having some weakness, and star-lord also having 4 and 8, and sublord is good. But again, star-lord of the sublord is, unfavorable, and both favorable are present. It means what? There will be some hurdles in the marital life, but it is not going to be strongly weak. It is fine. So, okay, there will be struggles, hurdles, but not to be the worst one. It will not lead to any separations. I think you are able to understand. So, destiny we have studied. Now, what are the key planets which are, influencing the destiny more favorable? If you look at the 7th lord, Venus itself, and Moon, Rahu. Right? Sun is okay. It is having 12, 6, 10. So let us not give much importance to this, because 5 and 11 is okay. This is having some weakness. The strong favorable key planets making that Venus is good means Venus itself, and Venus and Moon and Rahu. Moon and Rahu. And in the Saturn's, 7th cuspal sublord, that is the primary cuspal sublord key planet, but it is having some mixed significator. So its role is important for the timing of event, being the primary cuspal sublord key planet and also 11th lord. But if the Saturn is playing as the star lord or sublord, if it is directly playing primary levels, this will not only support with favorable, but also this unfavorable grouping also will act at the star level and sub level, making the other level to experience the unfavorable and favorable. So that way, Saturn's role, either it can be in the first level, or the 2A level, or in the last level, or in supports, is advisable. You are able to understand. When a primary cuspal sublord planet itself is having some unfavorable grouping, its role, if it is present at the primary level, that is first level, second level, and third level, it is going to give some weakness. But out of them, the first level is comparatively better, because if the first level planet itself is having some unfavorable along with that favorable, but it has got other levels, or if it is favorable, their unfavorable strength will be reduced by the other levels. It has got other levels to support. Depending on that, we can make whether the first level planet is supported further on the favorable side or unfavorable side. But if it is in the star lord for other planet, the other planet which are in the nakshatra of the Saturn, that planet, source planet, which planet is in the star of the Saturn? Suppose you check the Saturn for the star lord for the sun. Sun is at the, suppose, second level is good only, but this is not good at the star level. Now 5 and 11 will experience this 11 and 7, but 5, 11 will experience these unfavorable houses, and 6 and 10 also will join hands with this. So now, one level planet strength and weakness will be based on the previous level and next level that I already told in important points to be kept in mind. So when what I'm trying to say that if the primary cuspal sublord key planet, if it is a mixed key planet, its role will be important because of the primary cuspal sublord authority planet, destiny planet. Its role, if it is having unfavorable grouping, it is better not to play at the important levels. 2A level and star lord of the sublord, if it is playing, it is comparatively better. Or if it is playing the supports, it is better. Okay, so now the favorable key planet, that Saturn is not a strong favorable key planet, but it is a primary cuspal sublord key planet. Then Moon Rahu, Rahu Moon. So only Ketu is playing. Yes, instead of Saturn, Ketu is good. So Venus, Moon, Rahu, and Ketu are the strong favorable key planets in the destiny planet, right? The unfavorable key planet, that Mercury is not playing role here also, that is good. But Saturn is a mixed significance that is playing role. So that we have to keep it in mind. Now we have studied the destiny and the destiny key planets. Now let us check the marriageable age in which dasa that native marriageable age starts, and she was running actually Sun Mahadasa at the time of her marriageable age. So now we have to check whether Sun Mahadasa is strong enough to conduct the marriage. Now check the Sun Mahadasa. What to do? How to check that? Check the Sun is blue planet. Okay, good. And with mixed significator, and Saturn, as I already discussed, Saturn is the star lord, good key planet, being the seventh sublord, but it is not a strong favorable key planet. It's a mixed one, and Ketu is okay. 2A level, this favorable strength are further supported by the 2A level planet, and also unfavorable also getting some supports. But anyway, that Saturn star lord is moon and representing Rahu, all giving some strength, and the second planet Ketu also giving strength. So it is weak but not unfavorable. Again, Saturn again is coming as the sublord. So that last level planet again moon. So it means Dasa Lord Sun is 5, 11, 11, 1 and 7, 1, 5, 9, 11, and 5 and 2, and 11, 1, 7. So all favorable houses of each level are supported at the next levels. Unfavorable houses in the source, it is not the unfavorable cuspal lordship or cuspal sublordship. It is fifth lord occupying 11, close to 12, and some unfavorable, and 6 and 10 are present. And that is unfavorable side, it is having some unfavorable grouping, and sublord also having the same planet. So unfavorable also getting at each level having some supports, it is present. So it is a mixed significator, but Sun Dasa Lord is supportive for the marriage. I think you are able to understand, because you can see blue and pink, blue and pink and blue, green, all are present. So now what we have to do, so Dasa Lord is supportive. As I said, Dasa Lord is having favorable key planets of the destiny. What are they? Saturn and Rahu are present here, right? Saturn and Rahu present. And what are the other key planets? 5 and 11 itself is a blue planet, and Moon and Rahu are strongly present. And Saturn is playing as a mixed significator, that is also present. And Ketu is present as a second planet. So strong favorable key planet of the destiny, that is Saturn planet, is Moon, Rahu, Ketu are playing role, and Sun is an additional key planet. So Dasa Lord is having the key planets of the Dasa destiny planet. We are able to see that. And now we have to check which are the Bugdhis are favorable for the marriage. Let us check the marriageable age under the Sun Dasa, Sun Mahadasa, Moon Bugdhi, Sun Bugdhi, yes, 23, 24 itself. So you can see the marriageable age, of course, it have started when Venus Dasa, Mercury Bugdhi, Ketu Bugdhi, these two Bugdhis were under the Venus Mahadasa. So that also we should have studied. Anyway, let us study that also. It means what? Sun Mahadasa is running, I said, at the time of marriage, but she got married in Sun Mahadasa also. But we had to check why the marriage did not happen in the Venus Dasa. Whether Venus Dasa is unfavorable, Venus Dasa is not having the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, sorry, destiny planet. No, Venus itself is a good key planet. Star level is a mixed key planet, and 2A level, our favorable key planet is present. And again, that the favorable key planet is not playing in the primary levels, but it is there in the 2A level. And last level also having the Ketu. So, being the Dasa Lord, it is comparatively better. It can favor for the marriage during its period. Correct, Dasa Lord. So, in the Buddhi Lord, the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, which is the favorable key planet Venus is strongly playing, and Moon, Rahu, and Sun, they should be playing role in the Buddhi Lord. So, what are the available Buddhis at the marriageable age? Mercury and Ketu that we already discussed, and Ketu and Mercury are the two Buddhis from 21 to 23 years of age. Mercury is unfavorable, so that is weak in the two free planet. Star level is mixed one, 8 and 12. Again, sub level is fine, and these are all okay only. But you can see, if you look at the grouping, this itself is not good. And star level having 8 and 12. Again, 2A level is this one. If you focus on the unfavorable, from the source effect and all these up to the last level, we could see the unfavorable grouping 6, 8, 12, 6, 8, 12 are all coming. So this is not good. So Mercury is not strong enough to conduct the marriage. Moreover, that Venus, that key planet, is not playing role here. That is an additional point. Then Ketu. Ketu is fine, but second planet is Saturn. Okay, Moon is fine. And sublord is Jupiter. The unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord is Venus, is Jupiter. 9, 12, and 6, and 9. It is having 12 and 6, and also Saturn. These are the mixed key planet. So you can see Ketu sublord is Jupiter. Jupiter is having 12 and 6 at the sub-level. And the source is having some weakness. Saturn also having some weakness. That is not a problem. Moon is having good signification. That is good. 2A level also good only. This is not a problem. This is good only. But sub-level planet is not strong. So under Venus, Venus is in the star of Jupiter. It is having some weakness. That Jupiter is playing role in the Ketu. So Ketu already having some weakness in the source itself. By the second planet Saturn. So that way, this is not strong. So unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord is playing role here. And also having level-wise study, occupying 10th house, and you look at these star Lord significations, 10, 4, 5, and 12, and 6 on the unfavorable side is not very strong. That way, Venus Ketu did not give the marriage. Now, in Sun Mahadasa, it means 24 years onwards, Sun Dasa started. So, Sun Dasa, Sun Buddhi, all Buddhis are eligible for the marriage, right? Because Sun Dasa started at the 24 years of age. Now, we have to check which are the Buddhis are stronger and which is the best one to conduct the event of marriage under the Sun Mahadasa. Moon, you can check which are the favorable key planet. Rahu, Moon, and Sun. More than Sun, because Sun is having some weakness. Rahu, Moon are the strong key planet. So Rahu, Moon at the star important level is important. So the Moon is source level is okay. Star level Ketu representing Ketu, as I said, this has got some weakness. And 2A level is okay, but sub-level is having 8 and 12, right? This is having some weakness at this sub-level. Moon, Rahu is not straight away playing, right? And Moon is, Mars is at the source level is okay, but Saturn at the star level is not good, and sub-level Mercury is not good. So Mars will not give. And Rahu is the source planet is good. Saturn at the star level is not good, right? 4, 3, 7, 3, and star lord of this one. And again, Jupiter is at the sub level. It is also having 12 and 6, 6, 8, 4, 8, 12. You can see unfavorable grouping are strongly present. Rahu also will not favor for the marriage during the Buddhi of Rahu under the Dasa of Sun. Let us check the Jupiter. Jupiter at the source level having some weakness. You can see Jupiter at the result level is weaker than the source level, because result level means it will have impact to the previous level. It can form unfavorable grouping from the previous level, and it can further join hands with the next level, or it unfavorable can be reduced by the next level, right? Here Jupiter is the source planet, so it is the starting point, so that if it is getting reduced by the next level, that is good, right? Jupiter is unfavorable, 12 and 6 is there, but favorable 9 and 9. But Jupiter and the star of moon, our favorable key planet. So these 9 and 9 will be supported by 5 and 2 with some obstacle with the 8th house. And Rahu, second planet, is good. 12 level planet Ketu is good. Second planet only having unfavorable, but Ketu is at the star level. Star lord of the star lord is good. And look at the sublord is Rahu, our green planet, representing moon. So then Saturn at the fourth level, that is the star lord of the sublord, fifth level, star lord of the sublord, it is fine, right? So it is in the primary levels, Jupiter is mixed. Star lord and sublord are blue and green planet. It is there all because the second planet of the moon is Rahu only, which only is ruling the sublord, and 12 level planet also is a good planet. So that way Jupiter, though it is having some weakness at the source, but that is not being further supported. Favorable only are supported. So Jupiter is supportive for the event. Now Saturn's like Jupiter also having unfavorable, but being the primary cuspal sublord planet, it is having mixed significator. Source planet can be a pink shade. Star level and sub level, you can check the Jupiter star lord and sublord, both are ruling for the Saturn also. So Jupiter and Saturn are in the same star and sub, both are favorable. So our favorable key planet of the Dasa lord is what? Moon and Rahu. That Moon and Rahu are playing role here, and also Ketu also we have noted. Ketu also playing role as a second planet. Here also there. So that way, this is good. Star Lord and Sublord are favorable. They are not having any 8 and 12 or 6 and 12 grouping at the star level and sub level. Though it is there in the source, that is not being supported further strongly by the Star Lord and Sublord. So Jupiter and Mercury stronger. Then Jupiter and Saturn are stronger. Mercury planet we already discussed, so that is not strong. It means what? The planet which are favorably present through their significations at all levels, that is Jupiter and Saturn. Both are having the key planets of the Dasa Lord Sun also. That way, Jupiter and Saturn will be favorable to conduct the marriage during the Sun Mahadasa. Out of the Jupiter and Saturn, which is stronger? Jupiter is stronger or Saturn is stronger? Saturn is having more unfavorable in the source, and when compared to Jupiter, it has got some unfavorable grouping more. Suppose if you compare this one, all the levels are fine, but only the source is having weakness. That way, Jupiter is comparatively less unfavorable than the Saturn. If you check the key planets, in the ruler's link or support planets, that also will add some more value. But by studying the 4 steps itself, we could see that all the levels are good for both the planets. Only source planet only is making the difference. So Saturn is weaker than the Jupiter. So that Dasa Lord is Sun, and Bugdi Lord is Jupiter, and Antara Lord is Saturn. The native got married in Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, and Saturn Antara. I will tell the marriage date also. The marriage date the native got married on 13/9/2007. 13/9/2007. The native got married on 13/9/2007, date of marriage. So we can check the transit also. And you can see that's what I said in the important findings. If you check the Jupiter, if you check the significators, Jupiter, if you take let me take you to the KP significators. KP significator, as per the fourfold significator, You check Jupiter. Jupiter is having 5, 6, 4, 12, and 9 significator of houses. Saturn is having 5, 6, 4, 10, and 11. The 11 is the last grade houses. Suppose Jupiter in the star of moon and the sub of Rahu. If you take Rahu also significator 6, 4, 10, and 11. So that way, no, Jupiter and Saturn are not strongly signifying 2 or 7 or 11. It is signifying 5 only. Just with the 5, we cannot take it because Jupiter is having 6, 4, 12 also. Saturn also having 6, 4, 10 also. Which is the 2 or 7 or 11 significator strongly? Venus. Venus is having 6, 11, and 9, 12, and 2 and 7. Venus is the only planet having got the 2, 7, 11 significator along with that 6th house and 12th house also. So no other planet is strongly favorable with just with one house, favorable houses. So the 2, 7, 11 significator is Venus, and no other planet is talking about 2 or 7 or 11, but 11 is indicated by Sun and Mars and Mercury and Venus and Rahu at the last. So, what about Ketu? Ketu also 5, 10, and 4 only. So, the significators, as per fourfold significators, then Venus is strong, comparatively better, right? But that event happened during the Jupiter Dasa Saturn Bhakti. If you look at Jupiter CL OCC 9, 12, 6, 4, and 5, and sublord is Rahu 4, sign lord is 4, lord occupying 5th house. Star lord of the sublord only is 10th lord, 11th lord, that too occupying 6th house. So from the beginning, you can see 5 is present, but sublord is 4, not supportive to this. And star lord of the sublord is 10 and 6. 11 is present, but 10 is present. 10 and 6 are not favorable. If you look at CL and OCC, we will not be able to select this Jupiter and also Saturn. Saturn can be thought of because it is 11th lord, but occupying 6th house. And 4 and 5 and 4. So this can be thought of because of 11 and 5, but Jupiter being the Dasa Bugdi Lord, we will not be able to select that Jupiter as the Bugdi Lord. But you can see Venus is good, 2, 7, 11, the two free planets, strong significator. Sublord is Sun, 5 and 11. So these are all good. So Venus should be the strongest planet, and Sun also can be thought of, but they did not give marriage. Sun being Dasa Lord, it is fine. Yes, Dasa Lord Sun is favorable, but Bugdi Lord, as per fourfold significators, if you take, we will not be able to decide. We will not be able to select. We will not select Jupiter and Saturn. But the actual thing is that marriage happened during that Jupiter Bugdi and Saturn Antara under the Sun Mahadasa. How we have selected as per EPS? We have taken the CL, OCC, CST, and CSL, all the houses, and also level-wise grouping. So by term called key planets technique, we are able to identify that planet self-signification strength, whether it is moderate or weak or mixed one or good. With the help of the key planets, we are able to decide, and following all the steps, we are able to identify. I think you are able to understand the difference of the method of analyzing EPS system in finding the Dasa Bhakti periods. Okay, so now let me check the transit. Transit is 13/9/2007. The native got married. Okay, so normally, as I said, what transit we can experience, we can expect Jupiter transit, and let me erase this one. Yeah, Jupiter transit and Sun Dasa Bugdi Antara and Moon transit also. So where the Jupiter is posted here, let us check in the birth chart. Jupiter is in the Scorpio sign. It is running. Whether Jupiter is having aspect to the important houses, second house or seventh house or seventh lord, or Venus or Mars in case of female, Jupiter is aspecting to the seventh house and Jupiter is aspecting to the Mars, right? natal Mars and natal second house are being aspected by the Jupiter, right? So that way, immediately we should not think that because of the transit only it is supportive. No, it is not like that. Transit would have been better in some other period also when Jupiter was it is aspecting to the seven. Suppose when Jupiter is in the 1 year before, Jupiter would have been traveled here in the Libra. That Jupiter would have aspected the Mercury, and that way we cannot expect Jupiter will be supporting, right? The same way when Jupiter was in 3 years before, Jupiter would have transit in the Cancer sign. It would have expected that aspected the same Mars about 5 years before. It would have aspected the Mars by the ninth aspect. So there's such a transit to the seventh lord or seventh house or Venus or Mars or the seventh house or second house, that is possible in alternate years or three. Whenever Jupiter is favorable, it is transiting. That there can be many occasions such things can happen, but marriage will happen in the Dasa Bukti Antara. We have to find it within that favorable Dasa Bukti Antara, supportive as per the EPS standards. Within that duration, that additionally these transit are going to add strength. You understand? So that is what that just because of the transit is not going to happen. Transit will definitely support to the favorable or unfavorable significations. That we have to keep it in mind. Now, one more thing also we can have a look at, that the transit of the sun, the Salar sun. Sun is here. Sorry, where is sun? Sun. Where is it? Sun is in own sign. Sun in the sign of, in own sign, in the star of Venus. You can see sun in the star of Venus. Venus is our favorable key planets, right? So Venus, sun in the star of Venus, that is the key planet of in our natal chart. Then Jupiter. Bugdila, Jupiter in the sign of Mars. Mars is a blue color key planet in the star of Mercury. You see, Mercury is not good, right? The Jupiter in the star of unfavorable key planet. It is not dead. Yes, 3, 6, 11, and 6 and 12. So it is having mixed significator, strongly 6 and 12. But 3 and 11 is okay. But then how to do that? Move Jupiter in the star of Mercury and sub of Mercury. That Mercury is not a strong key planet, but that Mercury in the star of a favorable key planet. 1, 8 and 12 obstacles, but 11 and 2. It means the transit in the star of a favorable key planet, or that star lord will be in the star of a favorable key planet. That I think we are able to see that, but still the Jupiter transit is having some weakness. Then Saturn. Saturn is in the sign of Sun only, and star of Ketu. So Ketu is a good key planet. Already we have selected Ketu. So Saturn is conjoined with Ketu also. Saturn is in the star of Ketu. And sub of Saturn in the sub of Rahu. Because being the slow moving planet, we can also check the sublord. Saturn in the sign of Sun, star of Ketu, and sub of Rahu. Rahu is our green color favorable key planet. So what I'm trying to say that at the time of the marriage, timing of even marriage, the transit of the Dasa Bukti periods will be either definitely the sign lord and star lord and also sub lord. These will be either directly the key planet in the natal chart or in the star of the they will be in the star of the key planets of in the natal chart, or the star lord may be in the star of the key planet. So the key planet will be playing role. Apart from that, the transit can be in conjunction or aspect with the key planets of the destiny, of our natal chart also. I think you are able to understand how the transit will be supporting. Yeah. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next video, the same chart, how we can find the key planets and their influence with the help of the filter table. Thank you. Good luck.